didn't hold the slide back. That might be the one last spring in my extended mags that was a factory spring. Have to check that out some. And that was those shots just then. It's the first time I've shot in over a month actually. So I'll take it. Guys, I want to show y'all something. Some of you may have heard me talk about this before. I'll pan around here in a minute and let you see, but I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. And I was just ran my gun, and I ran it dry, but I had another magazine in my pocket and was ready to recharge and go. Actually, I should have gone ahead and done that, but you see, I'm not actually in attire to be out here training today. I just had the time that I could get out and test a few guns that needed to be tested, and I'm going home. But with that in mind, what I wanted to show you is, now I'm going to test this other gun. This is the Pro Series. Now with my gun, it's back in the holster, charged up with self-defense ammo. It's Hornady Critical Duty, and it's ready to go. Now, the reason I do that is because I'm in the middle of nowhere. If there was, say, prisoner escape or whatever, someone that just wanted to do harm, they know that there's a range here. They could wait in the woods watching. They could watch my cadence and see when I run the mags dry and everything. I walk a little ways back to my table where the rest of the ammunition is, just about like everybody else out there does. And so it'd be very easy for them to come and take all the guns I've got, any money, anything I've got, kill me, whatever, leave me stranded. $high-dollar video camera, my car, everything. Which I'm actually not in the TDC Turd, the golf ball. I'm actually in a nicer car today. So, point is that always have a loaded mag ready to go, and or always have your gun halfway charged something. Make sure that you've got a round in that chamber, or you're ready to immediately recharge that gun and be ready to go. Because nowadays you can't even think that you can't assume that you're safe on the range. It's just something that you want to make sure that you always stay safe. Now this one's shooting to the right and low. There we go. All right. I'll have to adjust the sights a little bit on this one. And that's why we test. Now that one sounded a little funny. Open breech. Okay, because of the funny sound, I just wanted to make sure that we didn't have a squib. So our extractor seems to be failing to extract. And this gun's supposed to be a brand new gun. This right here, you see what's going on here? This is a double feed malfunction. It's trying to shove another one in on top of that round that it didn't extract. And it doesn't work. Problem is, whenever I go to eject this magazine, it's in there tight. That's why on my gun I'm left-handed, so I have the scallop here. For a righty, you'd have the scallop here. And that scallop, that little notch, allows you, see the notch right here? That notch, and if anybody's wondering about my range safety, pointing the guns everywhere, I'm by myself. The range is mine. So anyways, that scallop lets you get in there and get a hold of that magazine, lets you get a hold of it so you can pull. So that right there, you saw how that goes forward? That was a double feed malfunction. Now that's a dead round that's in there. So in order to get rid of a double feed malfunction, you have to be able to get that magazine stripped while you're retaining that magazine, however you want to do it. If you're under stress, get that magazine stripped, run your slide like that, and then come back in. There's a number of different ways you can go about doing it. I'm one of the ones that like to, whenever I do that slide's going to be back like that. Once I strip it, that slide's going to go forward like that. Rather than try and grab a hold of my gun like that, I like to my hands are already together, I like to bring them together on my way up to the slide, run it, the magazine's right there, and I can go right back in. That's my preferred method whenever I'm dealing with a double feed. That keeps me from having to come all the way down here to magazine retention, or if I'm carrying on in my normal clothes, concealment clothes and everything, that may be in the form of my pocket. Now, who knows what that could be. So if I take that, like I said, and I strip that magazine, come back here on the way up to the slide, run the slide, it's all right there in front of my face. And I can do that while I'm on the move. So it's just something to think about. Another one of those little things. We're going to run a different magazine of some different ammo through this one now and see what happens. I know my sights are off on this. You can see there, that's the first time I fired for that target right there. Bottom right. Alright, it ran that pretty good. We'll try something else and see how it runs it. On the M&P Pro, just so we have it on record there, the first magazine, the one that we had the problems with, was the Federal 115 grain FMJ. And the second magazine, it says Blazer Brass 115 grain FMJ. So I assume that that second magazine, the one that ran fine, was reloads using Blazer Brass. These were supplied by the gun owner. So we got a few more to test out here. First two in here are Federal, the ones that we were having the problems with. And the other ones are Ultramax. No problems there. Now these are Zombie Max, hollow points. Ran those just fine too. So we did have a little bit of issue with Federal, just in that one magazine. I'm going to check out the extractor again, make sure there's no chipping or anything has happened to it. Make sure that everything in there is just fine. The spring might have not been seated properly. I didn't remove that for the work that I was doing. And with it being brand new, they got to get seated in and stuff, but it seemed to ran just fine after that. So the trigger feels great on it. It's set at 4 pounds. It'll lighten up just a little bit from there. And we know now that we need to do just a little bit of adjustment on the sight. And as far as its elevation, that's just going to be something that he's going to have to learn to hold on it, learn where to hold. With my True Glow sights, all 3 dots are perfectly lined up. The tops of the sight, the 3 pegs of the sight, the blade, and the rear is lined up perfectly. On these are the Novak sights. These are really good sights. I really do like them, but the hold that you end up having to run is about like that. Let's see. Bear with me here while I try and focus this on. I can focus this on the front sight. Here you go, guys. The front sight out there, in order to hit what we're needing to hit, that front sight's got to be up about like that. Whereas mine, you just nestle that lollipop right down in the middle, right in the notch. So this one holds about like that. Remington Model 12. Let's see here. Well, it definitely works. That was subsonic ammo that I was shooting, so it's a little anemic sounding. Still a little bit rough to pump. That's the original reason it was in. But there's a happy medium here on adjusting this shell latch to where it will allow it to pump easy versus stay in there. And so I'll mess with it just a little bit more, and then we'll get it going. This is the first TDC AR in the lineup, and you've already seen a few shots of it, but now we've adjusted the sights a little bit, and yeah, I'm pretty close here, but I start out close, make sure that everything seems right, and then work back from there. That's pretty good. I'll zoom in and show you where I was shooting at. the bottom right hand target there, you see the three small ones, the one on the right, that's what I was shooting at. So I'm going to step back some, and I'm going to work on the center target there. I'll make a quick adjustment to the sight and we'll keep on. We're going to shoot the same target. And of course, always make sure you clear your weapon before you go adjust on it, especially if you're near the muzzle. I am cheating to the right. A little late with the safety there, wasn't I? Any of you more astute watchers might have noticed I didn't put the safety on until I got behind the camera. I am very quick to point out my mistakes. Let's see what we got. Alright, we'll go for the top target now, standing. Back up some more. All right, now y'all see where we're at. We're back. We're about 35 yards back. Standing top target again. Those last few shots weren't anything. We'll kneel and see what we've got. Top target. go up and check it out. Well, let's see here. Right here on that bottom target, that was just from the table from fairly close. First few shots were the left hand side, and then I made the adjustment and I purposely cheated to the right a little bit so I could pick out my shots. And then we moved back, and pretty much all of them from standing position, they're all right there. There were 3 or 4 there towards the end that I just kind of popped off, which maybe somewhere on that target might have gone over. But standing from 40 yards, 35 to 40 yards with the AK there, first few rounds, I'll take that. That's pretty good. My first few rounds out of my M&P were down there, scattered around. Just wanted to get a few out of the way. I'll take them. Get over here, and this is just out of the Pro series, just trying out the different ammo. It went from kind of accuracy testing to functionality testing, which you want to still worry about accuracy, but like in my situation, whenever I'm trying to test a gun out for functionality, if I take my time and am too anal about accuracy, I'll never get the gun tested. But either way, I know we've got some work to do on that one to check some things out. These right here are from the 22, standing from 15 yards. It's not that bad. So that's that. And I'll go ahead and I'll pan around here, let you guys see what I was talking about there not being anyone around. We'll pan down the road there. So there you go. My safety brief's out of the way. Thanks for watching, guys. I like it. There's the shots from the little pump there when I was running it fairly quickly. Shooting just a little bit high, but it's a pretty good little gun. Guys, I wanted to take a chance here, as I'm putting everything away, to draw some attention again. You guys are probably used to hearing me say this. Please take a look at chairborne-commandos.com, Chairborne Commandos YouTube channel, and also you can go to Stitcher Radio or iTunes and find podcasts for Chairborne Commandos. Quinn, the host, great guy. He's you'll be able to relate to him. Good guy. Please also check out The Shooter's Mindset. It is a really good show about competition shooting, and it's definitely worth taking a look at. Wanted to just take a second to call attention to both of those. They've both been real good to me, and if I can do something to turn you guys on to good entertaining programming, lots of information, well, that's what I'll do, especially when it's helping out friends, because I consider the fact that I'm helping you all out by turning you on to that information source, and I'm helping Quinn and PR Chico 520 get their stuff up and going.